So tomorrow is July 10th, and we have a full moon in Capricorn at 18 degrees. I want to talk about this for a minute and give you an update of what I'll be posting next week as I finish off with the moon in my series and we move on to the sun in Leo season. Full moon in Capricorn. This is a fruition time, a time of manifestation, a time of full consciousness of the subconscious. And so it's stems from the seeding point of the new moon in Capricorn that was on January 11th of 2024. So we always want to look back to the seeding point, and then we also want to look to where Capricorn is in our chart, so we know what house that is, so we know what topics and what area of our life that this is in relation to. With the full moon, you do want to look to where the sun is as well, because again, this is a bright moon is a full moon, which means that it's fully conscious, which means that you begin to awaken the unconscious. And so that's why sometimes people can say people get weird around the full moon, and really what it is the unconscious habits and parts of self that begins rising up, and there's some light being shed on it. And if you're not or if you have not been through the healing process to work through those emotions, then you can feel a little funky around the full moon. But it is a seeding point from 18 months prior. So this is from January 11th of 2024. Now, oftentimes, it's like, how do you remember what you were doing January 11th, 2024? But if you were journaling, you would have a better idea. Even if, you journaled on the 12th or you journaled on, the 14th, it's within that week, it's within that energy. Most chances you'll have, a better understanding of kind of where you were. And this is how we can begin working with the moon. The moon is reflective, so we also need to be reflective and in that energy and in that flow. And so I encourage you to journal your daily experiences at the end of the day. Journal your emotions or what you're feeling. When we write things and put things down on paper, pen to paper is magical, but digital is great as well. I use both. And Spirit has the ability to guide us through both physical journaling, pen to paper, and also in digital form. When we do that and we allow an opportunity and a space for us to awaken to things about ourselves that we may not have been awakened to before. And this is our moon, right? It's our unconscious habits. And then also when we're working with the moon and it's a full moon, it's like, okay, well, this is seeding from 18 months prior. Where was I at that point? Even though you may not have been intentionally planting a seed, there has been some seeds that were planted. And now it's coming to fruition at this full moon period. And so I really encourage you to journal. And so now update. As I finish off with this series in the moon, I think it's really important to understand what each phase means and how to work with each phase. And we also have our own birth phase that we were born on, and that showcases your emotional nature. It's like your emotional language, just like your love language would be represented through your Venus. Your moon sign is going to show your emotional language. And this is key for relationships, because when we are in relationships, it's an exchange of emotions. And oftentimes we can get frustrated with certain people because they're just moving in a different way. And remember, the moon is about the body. So if you understand your moon phase that you're born at, and you understand someone else's moon phase, then you understand how they move. Really encourage you to embrace the full moon, take a moon bath, sometimes just sit out in the moon. That's a moon bath. Take in the energy, be reflective of your own habits unconsciously that you might be awakening to. If it's uncomfortable, just be in it and know that it won't last forever. And be reflective. Take some time to think about where you were, in the first 2 weeks of January of last year, and see how it's reflective of where you're at now. And if you know your time of birth, also look to your chart to find out where Capricorn is within your chart. Until next time.